Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Hmm. Find what you know. What I know what to do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's your one and only Mr. Mushroom. Wait, 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 wait. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good after night, good evening, good morning, and good night. My name is Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber here with the world shitty at a internet, but we're still on our way to the motherfucking top. I'm tired, tired. Got low energy today. Okay, I haven't slept yet. I'm just tired. I'm tired. Gonna be completely honest. My mind's been spinning today. She been spinning. Okay, and like a lot of folks. So what I'm gonna say about this is, I'm just gonna be real with it. I'm gonna be honest with it. Um, you know, when that time, like, a lot of people do this. I don't know who does it. It's when your mind's in the gutter and you don't feel like doing anything and you're tired. Sorry, my dogs are over there fucking around. They're playing. It's like 11 o'clock and they're messing around. Okay. But when your head's in the gutter and you don't know what to do, you just want to sulk in your bed and you just want to fucking like not get up, right? I'm that same way, right? I'm that same way where it's like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed. Even though I did stuff as soon as I ended stream, technically earlier today, around 4. Um, I woke up around 11 o'clock last night, which it's 11 o'clock, so it's been like 24 hours. And, you know, at some points in your, dude, like everybody gets through this through your head, and that's why I decided to come on. I don't know why I still have that on. Okay. Come here, big girl. Okay. My stream cut's fucking up. And this is just part of the process where it's like, what I feel right now doesn't matter what I feel. I already missed one day, so I can't miss another day. So instead, you know what? I should do it on my phone's broke too, so I can't use my phone. She broke. My phone's broke. My dog's over there playing, messing around, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. I haven't slept yet. I even did a quote, and I said I was gonna do it every Monday, and I said I was gonna draw every day, and I try, but it's like that's not my main occupation. Oh my god, my head's fucking spinning. I got a headache. Um, that doesn't help. You guys such a smug face. You know what? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a rootin' toot son of a gun. I'm bored. Well, I'm not bored. I just, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm bored, but at the same time, I am. I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Hold on. Son of a gun. Shit. You know what? Fuck it, whatever this song is, I'm playing in the background. You can't hear it? I don't think you'll be able to hear it. Maybe. I'll play it in the background. Ooh, I know this song. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Donna Clover. Miss Coleman. I'm alive. She's got glitter for skin. My beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. Wow, over 100 posts. God. I feel like poop. How many people saw this? View insight. You turn to bed, yeah, you imagine. I fall in love of my life. She's got glitter on her face. Okay. View insights. She won't let me view insights. But it's like, here's how I think about it. And I really need to push myself harder to I need to push myself harder to grow. I need to push myself harder to become who I want to be. All right. So that's the main goal. And I know a lot of people. Some people. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I'm not gonna say it's hard either. But I'm saying the more you put out, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Okay. I believe I haven't been putting that much, especially these past 2 weeks. My mind's been in the gutters a lot. I have no water in my system. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Ay, 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 children. I'm gonna listen to some peaceful songs while my life dissipates and is in shit and shambles. Okay. Mm. Yeah, but my head's been really in the gutters this past week, really, and it's just been in the gutters. You know what I mean? It's almost like I know I'm just venting. I'm just venting, but it's like I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't give a fuck. Like this is why I decided not to play a character. Why I decided not to have a lore. Like I have a lore. I have a whole story, and I guess I can do it now. You know what? But you know what? I said this. I wrote this almost about a year ago, and I really need to stick by it. I really do need to stick by it because I'm not gonna lie. A year's almost gone by, and I'm glad I started VTubing. I really am. Like let me see something real quick. I'm gonna look at something real quick on here real quick. Okay. Wait, no. Mm, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and whenever I click is whatever one I click. I'm not too picky about it. You know. Let's see this one. You know what? Just go ahead and restore every single one. Let me see this one. Restore that one. Okay. What? What I push? Hmm. Hmm. There they are. Okay. I think I might have. I don't know if you can hear the music, but I'm gonna turn it down just a bit. I need this one a lot. Okay. Let's play this one. Oh my god, this is wow. I like the visual. God, I was always tired when I did that. This was like one of these. I used to do these videos a lot. Like I used to do. These were the first videos I did back then. Let's see this one. Oh no, those aren't the videos. No. I love those ones. I love those. I honestly think those are way funnier and way cooler than actual, like edited ones like writing a script. You know what I mean? It's like bloopers. I love bloopers. I love me some bloopers. Don't tell me I actually deleted them. I might have deleted them. No. Aw. No, they're right here. They're right here. I'll probably delete these again too. Like I always say this. Um uh be present for today. That's all I can say. Um I need to look something up for myself, truthfully. When you're down and you feel like you're not doing enough, or you're not doing, even though you're putting your heart out there, or you feel like you should get something, but at the same time, you feel like you're not there. Like you feel like you deserve it, but you didn't get it yet. I feel I haven't done enough in order to get what I want, and I know that's true. Like I honestly, I'm gonna say this. I hate when people say like I've done so much work, right? Like I hate when people say this. Like we can look at VTuber, like it's like small content creator. It's like cool, small. Like why don't they support small content creators? Well, you have to realize that you're small in a big fish tank. They haven't noticed you yet because you haven't really had the opportunity to show the vast majority of what you can possibly do, right? I feel so much better. Like my headache's gone and my thoughts are getting clear, and that's why I love doing this. I'm almost 20 minutes in, and I feel so much better already. But it's like, no matter what I feel like, or no matter what I go through, I always have to look at the brighter side and always look at the better of things. Because I wrote a quote, and I'll probably put this out. You know what? I need to put this out there. I'll probably put this one out there because I really need it. Sometimes I do. So the reason why I started these quotes was because I really need it. I'm not the person like I always put on a giddy, happy thought because I am not. I always push myself to be like the strong person and create a different character that I once was than I am who I am now from like a year from last year. Like I'm not the same person I was last year, and I hate that. I hate the fact that I was once that guy. Like I hate the fact that I was weak and I still feel like a failure, but I felt more of a failure last year than I did this year. And this year was definitely one of the worst, but also one of the best years I've had, and I honestly can't wait till. I know we're still in the middle, but I still can't wait to see what happens next year. Um, so this is the quote this is the quote I wrote, and I'll probably put it up after I'm finished with this. After my dogs quit licking her paws. Mamas, quit licking your paws. No, you don't do that. Um, and the quote goes like this. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. I haven't done this in like almost a year. Um, the quote the quote goes like this: "Bad days outnumber the good, if that's how you choose to see life. Only those who focus on the cracks in the broken window will always hate how and what they see, but never see the astounding view beyond the broken window." Ooh, by Mr. Mushroom VT. So, what this means, dude, this is nostalgia for me. What this means to me is, a lot of people focus on the bad things in life, the flaws that we all have, the flaws, the bad things, whether we twisted our ankle, or we have a bad headache, or we have pudge growing on us, or the fact that we're getting older, or the fact that we got gray hairs, or the fact is that health issues, right? Right? We focus too much on the bad things and let it perceive our day and perceive our life. And the reason why people do this is because they want it to be fixed, right? They want it to be fixed. I'm the same way. When I want something to be fixed, I want it to be fixed. But sometimes that's not how life goes. Sometimes you can't bring people back from the dead. And that's probably one of the hardest things you want to fix, is bringing back a loved one that you lost, whether it was from illness, suicide, or just old age and death. But we can't always focus on the bad things. We have to focus on what's in front of us and what we see good about ourselves. And Mamas, what did I just say? No, you're gonna bite your paw off. Like, if you always see, like, imagine this. I've been there. I've done this. Broken bones, right? You see your friends out there having a jolly good old time while you're sitting on the chair or whatever, sitting in your house because you injured yourself, right? And you just think, like, bad days. I have bad days. I have bad days, right? Everybody perceives this as bad days. Like, on the wise of believing bad days. Like, I've had bad. I feel like I've had bad days. Um, Numerous of bad days, countless bad days. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm good. Uh, I'm good. I'm gonna pull this up here. I like this. This is funny. Hey homie, I checked your videos. Seems like you are new to Kick, not yet affiliated and verified. I got a proposal for you by sharing your stream to Kick community for you to gain 100 followers, earning at least 1,000 per stream, and enable sub line. Add me on Discord to discuss more. I'm good. Thank you though for the opportunity, but I believe that I can get there my own way. I've dealt with that before, where people ask you and they say on the lines of like, "Hey, go ahead and it's only like a payment of like interest fee or something like that." I'm good. I believe you can buy your ways to success, but you can't feel the accomplishment of earning your way to success. Boom, another quote. But people see bad days as, people see bad days as when you. So I'm not gonna lie. I'll read this quote. Right. Hold on. Fuck. Hopefully my Twitter doesn't fuck up. That's breeding me non-optional. By the way, I literally wrap my legs around you so you. Okay. Twitter. Nice. Perfect. Beautiful. Um. Definitely what I was expecting. Not gonna lie. Not what I was looking at. Let me see VTubers. I think I read a quote. Like I saw something yesterday. I'm scared going down. Like oh shit. Let me see if I can find it. Right. I haven't spoken on this on yet, but I'm gonna speak on it. Where was her tweet yesterday? God, I'm so glad I did that. I forgot the chick's name, right? I forgot the chick's name. I forgot the chick's name. I forgot it. Ooh, look at that. That's me. I'm sorry. I think it was this chick, right? Yeah, it was this chick. I'm pretty sure it was this chick. Um, I'm scared. I'm nervous. Oh my god. I think she's like, yeah. Succubus? Ooh, yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna get banned. Can I DM you? What? I'm curious. Um, follow? Never. Probably never follow. Okay, never follow me. All right. Where is it? I saw it the other day where it was like. I like that controversy take. You guys asked why I quit modeling. Apparently, just here we did it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that. Yep. Okay. I know him, but I think. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to find it. I want to do. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Dealing with mental health issues. This. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. Ah, it's a woman. It's a woman in almost in the nude. I'm not into dudes, but I love women. But the nude, no, we can't. Okay, a little version of me is coming out. The real version of me is coming out. Okay. I really try my best, but the hate is starting to hurt. Are my streams that bad? Um, I will tell you what. If she ever sees this or ever sees this, what I can say, like what I can say about the controversy topic about this, I'll say it. There's a difference between criticism and blatantly hating. Criticizing is like, yo, your streams are some areas or some points are where your streams are very dead, like no one's chatting and you're not even talking, right? Some people like that, some people don't like that. But it's like if they're actually giving you information, take it as like, oh, this is something I need to fix. Like me, I never stop talking in my streams, no matter what I do, no matter like what I'm playing. Like even if I make just a little simple like a simple sound, that's what I'll do, just to make sure like it's not dying. Like even when I don't have the viewer shit on, cause so I don't even know if I'm talking to anybody. Like holy shit, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 streams up, right? 4 streaming softwares up, right? And I don't even know if there's one. Okay, I don't ever stop talking, no matter what I say or no matter what I do. I don't ever stop talking. But what I can say about this is, first of all, kudos to you for blurring out their name, not only because you as a person are the bigger person, not trying to get them hated, and shit on. Like you could have easily put them on blast and like a bunch of, but kudos to you for doing that. But it says fuck you. Who's interested in watching this shit? There's no criticizing behind it. There's no reason like, hey, your streams could do a little bit better or this or that. I don't even know who you are, but I saw it and I was gonna give my 2 cents, but I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't feel like doing that. But it's like you have. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look back over here. You have 27,000 followers, right? You have 27,000 freaking followers. That's amazing. That's amazing, right? But if you're really gonna get fed up on one person in life, right? One person who doesn't like you, then I'm going to say this: your life is going to get more complicated and a lot more worse when I say this, because the more you grow, the more people are going to hate you. The more that you are known, the more people will shame you. The more that you put yourself out there, the more you're going to be judged. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you are going to be judged, and you're going to be I love this song. Someone's not going to like you. And oh my god, I have a quote. I have a quote for this one too. I wish I could pull up my phone. I created this quote. Like I have so many quotes that I created, and I want to put more out there. Hopefully it will help someone like you. I don't know who you are, or what you do, or what you're going through. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. But if you like, this relates back to this. Like if you're looking out a window and your view is so beautiful, like right, like whatever. Imagine you're in the Bahamas, right? Imagine you're in the Bahamas and you're looking out through this beautiful window, but you notice this one little scratch, this one tiny scratch, and it gets on your nerves and bugs you and bugs you and bugs you, and you just want to fix it, and you just want to like do whatever you can to make sure everything's perfect, right? Then you're gonna miss the bigger picture. The bigger picture is like the bigger picture is you have, right? Let's go to your stream. You have, okay, your tits are out again. You have 27,000 followers, right? And we'll go to your Twitch. And you have, hush, 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 darling, hush. Whoa. Okay, whoa. She's wearing a bikini. Okay, and you have 12,300 followers, right? 12,000. Amazing, beautiful. One person shouldn't get you down, no matter what, or no matter what they say. Um, the reason why I say this, the reason why I say this is your parents, your friends, your lover, whoever it is in your life, might not like what you do, right? They might not okay, they might not like what you do. So you have to make the decision to do what's best for yourself on what you like to. I'm fucking grabbing the quote. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing the quote. I'm grabbing the quote. I'm sorry. I gotta grab it. Fuck it. Um, Probably zero people are watching, but if you're watching this, go ahead and send it. Go ahead and send it to her. I won't. Um, Quotes. I gotta pee. No. I don't think I put it on this one. I'm trying to find it, dude. I have like hundreds of them. Like you have to forget. I'm dumb. I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid. Okay. Um. A child more important than a partner. Okay. I'm finding it, but if uh, if the girl, it mm, 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 mm. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. And an idea that never. No. It's okay. I try this now. I see grows now. I got a toot in a minute. Oh my god, dude, that's so old. It was almost a year ago before I said it. Dude, time flies by fast. I have two quotes, and I'll read them both. I'll put them both in there. No. Where is it? It's got to be in here. I know I wrote it down. Nope, nope, not that. I don't wish that. No. Teenage child is not. The shoe is never meant. I would rather pursue my genius. Nope. 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 The more. Nope. The thought. Nope. Nope. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. I really want to say this. Like, no. No. Yeah, that was a toot. No. Dude, where is it? I can't find it. I can't find it. Hold on, let me go. Let me look for something else. I know I put it in here, dude, but I just might be so tired. I think it's hated, right? It's gotta be here, right? No, that's not it, man. That's so dog doo-doos. That's so crap. I'm being dead honest. Oh, no. Like, come on, dude. Okay. I gotta. I'm trying to find it. A person. Okay, let me see if I can find the other one. I'm trying to find it. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, lady. Alright, you know what? I'll be back. I'll be right back. I know I'm trying to find it, but hopefully I'll find it, but I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. The world. Let me see if I can find it. The world. No way I didn't fucking put it in here. Dude. I probably won't be able to find it. Unless I put it somewhere else. Like, I always put everything in, like, weird folders. I can't find it. But, like, dude. That really... That really irritates the shit out of me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was... irresponsible of me. Um, Let me see this. Okay, it's not even fucking there. Shoot, dude. No, I'm gonna find it. Like, holy hell. Okay, so I think this is one of them. Um, no, that's not one of them. Why the hell can I never find the one I'm looking for? Like, what the hell? Putting like. No, 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 dude, it's like holy shit. Oh my god, I've almost been streaming for an hour. I didn't even realize it. I've been looking for this whole thing for the. I'm about to go to bed in a minute too. This is a short stream, but I feel so much better now that I got on. Even though I'm tired. No. 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 Okay, so this is one of them. All right. Lula Vier. Okay. I don't know if anybody's hearing or listening to this. Maybe someone is. If you need this, then you need this. But this is quotes with Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber on his way to the motherfucking top. Okay. So this quote says, "The steps that come with success. First, no one cares nor notices you or watching you. The second step is they begin to see you. They begin to notice you. Third step is they laugh at you and make jokes of your success. Fourth is they criticize your work. Five is some prey on your downfall, and others follow your journey. Six is no one cares, and you're all alone once again, and the cycle repeats once again." That's one of them. Um, so the other quote that it was that I stated, I can't find it, but I know it in my head. It is I would rather be hated by the world for who I am than hate myself for who I'm not, trying to fit in society and to fit in with society for them to like me. So that relates back to what she said. What she said. I really try my best, but the hate is starting to hurt. Are my streams that bad? Everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different, you know, likes and dislikes. They don't even know you as a person. That just comes with the job. That literally comes with the job. People come in the stream and they leave instantly. Like they talk to you and then they leave. Totally fine. Don't take it as hate. Don't take it as criticism. You just weren't their type. Same thing with the relationships. Mama's over there snoring. Mamas! Stella! Okay, I can't fix her. I'm not gonna bother her either. You're just gonna hear my dog in the background. I can't. I don't want to bother her. I'm not gonna do anything about that. Same thing with relationships. A lot of people get pissed off, or a lot of people get upset when someone doesn't text them, or they straight up tell you they don't like you. Right? They. I'm just gonna put it over here because I hate looking at that. I'm gonna go fix Mama's. I fixed her. Okay. A lot of people say on the lines of like, you really got to stop holding grudges on people who don't like you or who don't text you or reply you back. She's not fixed. And the reason why I say this is because not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody's gonna like you. You have different beliefs. You have different opinions. You have different perspectives, and that's how life goes. Not everybody is a fan of. I'm just gonna compare. Not everybody's a fan of your favorite movie, right? Not everybody's a fan of what you do. Not everybody's a fan of how you do it. But it's, do you like what you're doing? Are you okay with what you're doing? And if you are, then you're doing something. And that's all that truly matters because at the end of the day, that person fucking forgot about you. But you're still over here upset and wondering why they did that. But you have to realize, don't take it to heart because they don't know you as a person. And you don't know them as a person. Taking that stuff to heart is like, it's like you're building yourself up to that criticism where it's like you live in a house of glass, but made out of glass, right? One criticism, one thing, and it shatters your whole world. You got to learn to take criticism. You got to learn to deal with judgment. You got to learn. Like I'm not even gonna be like, I don't even know because I've been through this same shit the whole time, and like I really don't care. Like this is how I think. Like this could be 100% fake. It could be 100% real. I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. Like this person could deal with this the whole time. It truly doesn't matter. Nor do I. Like really, it doesn't really matter. But to whoever needs it, really, don't take it to heart. Just remember that who would you rather be loved by, yourself or the world who doesn't know you and you hate yourself? I'd rather be hated by the world than be loved by the world for who I am, rather than be loved by the world and hate myself for who I am not and who I am trying to play as. Like characters, TV shows, actors, all that stuff like that. Everybody goes ahead and says like that good like that stuff. Like they want him to be that character in real life, but it's just not the reality of the world. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's um like that in life where they're that type of person. Like my nose itches. Hi, my name is Mr. Mushroom. Okay. I lost track, but like it refers back to my original quote right here. I'm gonna put this over there again. Oh nope, it was right here. Bad days outnumber the good, if that's how you choose to see life. Only those who focus on the cracks in the broken window will always hate how and what they see, but never see the astounding view beyond the broken window. That goes back to the original problem, right? Lula, Vier, uh, Lula Vier. She's focusing on the cracks and the scratches in her window, right? But here I see a girl who has 27.1 thousand followers who is doing tremendously amazing and has an amazing motto, 1,000 likes, right? Right? She has like 1,000 like look at that. That's amazing. Don't focus on the small things. Don't focus on those. Focus on the bigger picture. Because you might not always see the view, but you'll always see the mistakes if that's what you want to see. Nothing's perfect. No one's perfect. But there's perfection in imperfection because of how imperfected it is. Beauty is almost like a painting that was made by accident. Beauty is not like something that was made from a circle, where it's just a perfect circle. Because life's not like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna do one more thing because I need to do it and I want to do it for me. Do it for me. Is this one? Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. Is it this one? I think it might be this one. No, it's not this one. We're almost there. We're almost there, though. I'm almost there. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. Okay, here it is. I think this is the one. Ooh, it is. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. And I want to make a comic out of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it, just for the sake of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber. Hi, how you doing, Tyro? We're doing my intro. I'm usually not like this, but I haven't slept yet, so we're gonna go ahead and just do this real quick, and I'll probably get off. But this is my intro. You know what? Let's go ahead and pull this baby up. Right? We're gonna go ahead and do this. Go. Nope. Wrong background. Bubble bath? No. Ooh, no. Bubble bath, bubble bath, bubble bath. Pudding party, squares, cookie, color picker, default, nope. Sprout 2, peaceful park. Yes. The one and only. How you doing? This is about to, okay, this is not, I don't care that it's a sob story. I'm not here to get any, like, any recognition or anything, but the lines of, like, on the lines of, like, oh, like sympathy. This is not, ooh, I love this song. We're gonna play this in the background, right? Shut the fuck up. I love this. All right, we're gonna play this in the background. Ready? We're gonna get the most clout out of it. Okay. um. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber, and this is my origin story. I'm good at writing lore stories, but I don't like being a false character. I want to put my story out there and be truthful. It's still June, men's mental health, so this is my story. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, but I'm just going ahead and put it out there because this is my story of how I became a VTuber. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh man, it's gonna make me tear up. Oh god, it's gonna make me tear up. Oh god, it's gonna make me tear up. Okay. Fuck, I hate this. I hate this. Uh, don't be a bitch. Be better than this. Okay, title. From graduation, I'm not trying to chase any clout or anything. I don't believe in that. I believe in being myself. And this is just a story that happened. Um, okay. Hi, my name is Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber on his way to the motherfucking top. I don't like doing this, I'm nervous. I'm not like this usually. Hi, my name is Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber on his way to the motherfucking top. And this is my lore / origin stories. Title and story written by yours, truthfully, your one and only male VTuber here. From graduation to rebirth. How? How Holo Myth saved Mr. Mushroom. The date was May 18th, 2019. One of the happiest, most adrenaline charged moments of my young adult life. A milestone I had chased for years. A moment I will never forget. I remember it vividly, like it was yesterday. The night before, I couldn't sleep. I was waiting for this moment for a while. Since I was in kindergarten. Some people get this, some people don't. Some people understand it, while others don't. We had our senior breakfast earlier that day, and afterwards I spent it with the homies, with my friends, with some people I barely spoke with. Living life to the fullest potential, living in the moment, laughing, messing around, feeling invincible. We were old enough to be called adults. Yet too young, too naive to understand the weight of adulthood. The weight that we would have to carry soon when we became adults. We were growing up, not getting older, but now I realized I'm getting older. We laughed, we cheered, we had fun on a bright sunny day, eating our senior breakfast, pancakes, sausages, stuffing our mouth with so much food until our bellies were full, waiting for our graduation ceremony. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Ugh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Mushroom, your one and only male VTuber here, and this is my lore/origin video. Yay, motherfuckers! Okay, this is not a sad story. This is not me looking for sympathy. This is just my story that I want to share. And the title is From Graduation to Rebirth: How Holo Myth Saved Mr. Mushroom. The date, May 18, 2019. One of the happiest, most adrenaline-charged moments of my life. A milestone I chased for years. I remember it vividly. The night before, I couldn't sleep. We had our senior breakfast earlier that day. Spending times with friends, people I barely knew, crushes that I once had that were gone too soon. Afterwards, after our bellies were full, filled with yummy food, sitting in the lunchroom one last time before we would part our ways on graduation day. I spent the time with the homies, living fully in the moment, laughing, messing around, feeling invincible. We were old enough to be called adults, yet too young and naive to understand the weight of adulthood carried. But we would soon learn the hard way, like everyone else before us. We rehearsed our graduation ceremony, then joked and messed around once more before going our separate ways. Buzzing with excitement in life, I dabbed up my friends, knowing that would be the last time we stepped foot in that school. I hopped in my car, sighed. I let out a little sigh as a relief that it was my time to finally graduate. In my car, I sparked up a blunt and smoked some weed, indulged in a little more, but as I drove home, an unsettling emptiness wrapped around me like a cold blanket. It was the end of an era, the end of school, the end of my youth in grade school. My 12 years were done. and I've had my fun. Some were good, some were bad, but I'm glad I finished it and wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'd do it all over again just to experience it one more time. The end of the school era pressed heavily on my chest. I didn't feel high, I just felt hollow. Desperate to outrun the creeping loneliness and depression, I tossed the drugs out of my window, speeding recklessly, searching for the thrill that could drown the aching pain inside. That night, I was restless in my own mind, refusing to grant me peace. Every time I shut my eyes, anxiety pried them open again. I kept glancing at the clock, watching the minutes crawl by, every second heavier than the last. It was all going by so fast. It felt like hours, even days, but only minutes passed. In the restlessness of the youth, desperate to escape the endless tickling and the gnawing unease, I surrendered to the raw temptations of a 19-year-old mind. Again and again, I sought fleeting release, 5 times battling myself before collapsing after the 6th round. Exhausted, hollow, ashamed of myself, of what I've done. This was no fun. Cleaning myself up felt mechanically meaningless. I flapped back onto the bed, the weight of everything pressing down on me. My heavy eyes finally closed. I drifted off into the darkness, lost to the night, just like the rest of the world. My alarm ripped through the silence. It was time. The day I had waited for, not just through a sleepless night, but for 4 long years. I waited for this moment. They say high school flies by, and they were right. I dragged myself up, my mind racing ahead of my body. No hunger, no calm, only nervous energy buzzing under my skin. Anxious, worried, nervous, scared, happy. My adrenaline was pumping, but something else was thumping. I dressed in black pants, a black shirt, silver tie, cap and gown, dressed all nice. Sliding into my car, music blaring, I headed into the unknown. The moment I arrived at the stadium, it was time. The music played, we all walked in a single file line into the stadium. Heavy with ceremony, I found my seat beside a girl who had once been a friend. Late night gamings, hanging out and laughing. Memories washed over me, my hands trembled. My palms were soaked, my legs felt like they might give out. Then they called my name, Mr. Mushroom. A surge of emotions exploded inside me. Pride, happiness, relief, the adrenaline, the rush. My friends and classmates cheered me on, clapping and wooing me on. I smiled so hard my cheeks burned. I grasped my diploma, shook the principal's hand. For one brilliant fleeting moment, I was untouchable. I was unstoppable. I felt invincible, like no one could hurt me or no one could defeat me. I sat back in my seats and the rest of them went, feeling their moment just as how I spent. We threw our hats in the sky, laughter and tears blurring together in a bitterness-sweet symphony. Outside the stadium, hugs, promises, and goodbyes, oblivious that moments of these would be the final. I slumped in my car, let out a heavy sigh. It was done. 18 years of buildup over in an instant. That night, I chased the biggest high of my life. Parties, drugs, alcohol, one-night stands, living recklessly, desperately trying to keep the emptiness at bay. Until morning found me on the living room couch, disoriented and hollow. The rush was gone, the accomplishment meaningless. All that work for a piece of paper that told me what I did was the same thing as everybody else did. It mattered to me deeply, but in reality, I felt like it didn't matter at all. Because it was just a piece of paper. It was just a piece of paper. And the accomplishment felt empty. They said the summer after graduation would be the summer of dreams, but for me, it was the summer of suicide. They said it was the summer of success, but it was the summer of silent screams. I spiraled. I was never good at anything. I barely survived school. I was the joke. Laughed at or laughed with. It all blurred together. I never knew because I couldn't tell if I was funny or funny looking. With no more structure, no one telling me what to do, I finally felt free, but the freedom was a prison. The days melted into each other, depression gnawed at me, hollowed me out from the inside. I discovered anime. An escape. I drowned it into Neon Genesis Evangelion, looping episode 22 to 26 endlessly. The broken, battered characters mirrored my own reflection. Shinji's despair, Asuka's rage, Rei's numbness, Misato's loneliness. They weren't just characters. They were pieces of me. Work was hell, fiberglass slicing into my skin, a constant reminder of how deeply I didn't belong here. The physical pain only sharpened the emotional agony. I hated my life. I hated myself. I was drowning, forgotten by the world. For over a year, I drifted on the edge, carrying the heavy thought of ending it all. Until one day, TikTok tossed me a rope. Sakura Miko and Kiryu Koko. It started with a laugh. Miko's butchered English in GTA, her clumsy conversation in PUBG, Coco's chaos and Coco's chaos and memorable introduction. Good morning, motherfuckers. I am reading out ChatGPT. I am. Yeah, I'm reading out ChatGPT. I mean, I wrote it myself, but I'm not good at writing, but I am a writer. Yeah. It's alright. I'm reading. I'll admit it. I'm reading out ChatGPT. But I read it myself. Like, I wrote it myself, too. If I wrote it it would be a lot of fuck-ups. So, for a fleeting moment, I smiled, but even that laughter didn't last for a while. It felt distant, muted by the language barrier. I was sinking deeper into the void. One night, searching for the final song to accompany my end, Viera Cloud on repeat. YouTube showed me something I wasn't looking for, but maybe desperately needed. Playing Russian roulette. I wanted to win, but each time I lost the round. I wanted to pull the trigger, but instead I clicked on the video. Debut Hololive Myth. Time is close. I clicked on it not expecting salvation. I planned to watch it, smiled once, and then leave forever. I was counting the days, not for their debuts, but to my own departure. Still playing Russian roulette, hoping this was the lucky time I won, finally, in life. Maybe it would be the only cry of help that I ever wanted. But then something happened. Callie's awkward laugh. The hello. Cracking my dead heart wide open. For the first time in forever, I smiled, a real smile. Then came Kira, Ina, Ingura, and Ame. Each debut peeled away another layer of despair. Ina's soft voice wrapped around my wounds like a comforting hug. Gura's chaotic energy made me laugh until tears blurred my vision. Ame's fake British accent and gamer frustration reignited a flicker of warmth in my chest. And this is the best I've ever felt in a while. When they came together for the first time in their collab, it wasn't just entertainment, it was a salvation, a second chance. I wanted to live again. Each stream became my lifeline, like a kid waiting for Christmas. I clung to their laughter, their warmth, their friendships, something I had longed for but forgotten how to find. They didn't just entertain me. It was almost like a rewind of being a kid again. They pulled me back from the edge. Thank you, Holo Myth, for saving my life. And with that second chance, Mr. Mushroom was born, not just as a name, but as a beacon in the darkness, a living promise to those still lost. You are not alone. I was once there too, and I chose to stay. Just remember, good days and bad days come, but learn to have fun. That's it. Yay. That was it. That's my origin / lore video. Okay, let me get rid of this. You'll probably never see me like that again, but that was an origin video story. My origin. I mean, I'm good at lores, but at the same time, I don't want a lore that's like, I don't want a lore that's... What? I don't want a lore that's bullshit or fake. I'm just gonna be me and live for free, okay? I don't know what else to do. I wasn't planning on streaming this long, and I haven't slept in more than 24 hours, so I think I have no game. Ooh, I have no games downloaded yet. I really don't. I wasn't gonna play anything, and I'm gonna turn this off. I don't want the music on. I don't want the music on. Wait, dude, did I download this again? No, I didn't. Fuck. What did I push? What did I push? Okay, what did I push again? I don't know what I pushed. Alright. Here, go to here. Grab this. Your lore sucks. I don't believe in lore. That's bullshit. Okay, if I did have a lore, I'd be so much better at that. I honestly am good at lore, but I'm too lazy to do that, and I don't fucking believe in that lore. What the hell is that? Are we all looking at that? Look up, look up. But that's the only time I will ever be like that. Um, yeah, you'll never see me like that again. Bada bing, bada boom, bada pop, pop boom pow. Okay, I don't know. Wasn't planning on playing any games. I wasn't planning on streaming, but I came, I saw, I ran through the hall naked. Okay. um, fuck, dude. I'm lost. Do I have any small short games? Do I have any short games? I don't think I do. Mm, 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 mm. I'm sorry I'm so silent. Wow, what the hell? This is the quietest I've ever been, and I just stated that I'm not supposed to be quiet. Uh, I don't want to play anything today. I dated 3 weeks, 2 days ago. Hmm. Hmm. All right, fuck it. All right, fuck it. I don't have any games downloaded, so except Dave, but we'll save Dave for another day. You know what? Fuck it. Install. Go ahead and hit that one. Let's see how long. Let's see how long this takes. If this takes so long, I'll probably shut it off and go to bed. Fuck it. You know what? I'll go ahead and pull up YouTube. I don't care if I get copyrighted strike. Don't give a shit. Mm, 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 mm. What? What am I gonna watch? Mm. Mm. I don't know what to watch. My head's in the gutter. Subscriptions. Subscriptions. Going to my OnlyFans subscriptions. Okay, why women want to be bred. Okay, I swear to God, we already watched that. Please be gentle with me. Oh my God, I can't. Fuck it, I can't stand this. I won't be able to handle this. I won't be able to handle this. Ooh, I've already been streaming for an hour and 30. Yeah. We're 40 away. We're 40%. We're 40%. 46, 47. Yeah, we're just gonna play a little game. Dead by Daylight? No, fuck that game. That game's dog doo doo. We still have to finish Sucker for Love. We gotta do Lies by P. Liza P. Seafood. And what else? Black Mesa? No. Yeah, we gotta do all these. I want to play Mimic again because I want to get that one I want to get that one achievement, the old achievement. I don't want to do a story time. We'll save that another day. We'll save that for another day. And I think when I do stream, instead of doing so long for streams, like maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, like I think that's a little excessive for me as a small streamer, especially. So if anything, I'll only stream about 1 to 2 to 3 hours. No, not 1 hour. 2, most likely 3 hours. If anything, 4 at the most, but like 3 is like, I think 3 would be the cutoff from now on. Because I have to make plans for everything else. Like if we go on like my Instagram and everything else, I haven't been posting because I've been working on other things. So that's why. So when we do that, we're just gonna fucking stroke ourselves off and do it that way. Cause I gotta post more shorts. I gotta post more of my reels or whatever you want to call them out there. This whole week I've been neglecting a lot, like fucking a lot. Neglecting a whole shit ton for fun. I don't know why. All right. I'm just gonna fuck around. Fuck around. I'm not gonna. Wait, no, I don't have any friends. Practice alone. That's pretty sad. All right. Yeah, I can't play this game already. Holy shit, I can't play it. Oh my god, dude. No wonder why I just fucking uninstalled it. Okay, the man would die. Yeah, I can't today. I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Oh, let's hear this.
Milkshake your omelette fluff here. Well, I don't do omelettes now. I have to be careful.
Okay, I can't hear her. I can't understand. I think we're gonna only do a few. We're only gonna do a few. I'm only gonna do a few. Only a few. Only a few for views. Okay. Okay. I can't understand her. I can't read her. Thumbs up.
Milkshake your omelette fluff here. Well, I don't do omelettes now. Milkshake your omelette fluff here. Well, I don't do omelettes now. I have to be careful of my carbs. Okay. And now when I because now I've been like careful with like what I eat. When I googled like yes.
Me too. I've been really careful what I eat now.
Today, different recipes. It's always fucking really fucking buff man who are like no carbs, only protein, And so I'm like, okay, I have to trust those people because they give recipes that are low calories, low carbs, and high in protein. And I'm like, damn. So that's how I can have a body like them by just avoiding carbs.
Yep.
It sounds so
shredded as
simple,
fuck.
but to be honest, right now I'm like, I miss carbs. I want carbs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm depressed.
Aren't we all? Okay, let's watch
At
this
what
one.
age range is Matara looking for a husband? 35 plus, but the problem with men, this is gonna, it's gonna start off good. I'm not gonna get canceled when I begin my sentence with, the problem with men, from what I have noticed in my recent experiences, is that men, okay, hear me out. But now I have to, now this is gonna sound cocky. I was gonna say, most men hit on me. Now that, Matara, you're being cocky. Most men will.
No, it's not being cocky. That's having confidence. There's a difference between cocky and being like upfront and having real like confidence in that shit. Like, if I say like, oh, I'm a 10 out of the 10, but in reality, no girl hits on me, then that's cockiness. That's egotistical. But if you're saying like if men hit on me, that's not egotistical or cockiness. That's just being real with it.
Will flirt with me. Bam. Okay. Sentence over. Boom. Okay. Boom. She's cocky. She's confident. Whatever. But the problem is, men between the ages of 25 to 35 are like, hey, let's just go on dates, sleep together, come over, do my dishes, do my laundry. Would you want to have kids? But I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. I'm not really sure I like you like that. But can we hold hands? Would you like to meet my parents? And I'm kind of at a point where guys that are 25 or under are like, ma'am, give me a chance. I just want, ma'am, you don't understand. Miss, if you just let me in, if you give me a shot, madam, I will make you the happiest woman alive.
Mm-hmm.
Or men over 35 or over 40 who it's the same thing where they're like, miss, please give me the chance and opportunity to date you, to marry you. You want someone
Okay,
serious? I am serious. But
I
alas,
got an
and again,
opinion about this in a
obviously
minute.
not all men, but from what I have noticed from my experiences and some of my friends' experiences, a lot of men between 25 to 35 are like, I don't know if I really like you like that. Matara, you're nice and all, but I just don't know.
I got an opinion about that.
I know you say you want to call once a week and go on a date once a week and cuddle, but I don't know. It's just a lot of commitment. I'm just so busy. I'm just so busy all the time for you. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where
Dude, I gotta say my 2 cents, but I also want to pause the video so I can get my
everyone's
so I don't get banned.
non-committal. Everyone's like, I don't know. You want me to text you once every 5 days to let you know that I'm not dead because I don't use any social media and I'm nowhere? And if I don't text you once every 5 days, you won't know if I'm dead or alive?
Exactly.
I
Fuck.
don't know. That's a lot.
Dude, I'm pretty
That's a
tired. I'm
lot.
gonna go to bed. I'm about
But
to
yeah, for
slump.
some reason, the 25 and unders are, I don't know what's up with the young men these days, but young men who are activated by hags, the young
Okay.
men who are activated by hags are like, ma'am, please tag me in. I will do anything,
Tag
madam.
team. Give me a tag
Please,
team,
you
mate.
don't understand. If you just give me one crumb of a chance, ma'am. No, Ice, just to be clear, when we talk about texting, in no way, shape, or form am I expecting people to text me all the time, right? I'm like, look at me. I'm busy now. Before this stream, I was hanging out with Michi. Then I was in a call. I'm not saying text me every day, all day, tell me what you're up to. But if you are in a committed something, I need to know that you're alive at least once every few days. That would be nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and
I'm
again,
gonna
there's
stop it
nothing.
right here. I'm gonna stop it right here because I got my 2 cents. The reason why, from a male's perspective, the reason why men are like this is because of one or two reasons. One, they've been brainwashed by society, believing that whatever they see on the internet or see in real life, or what they see on the internet, it portrays to real life, such as one night stands with older women, right? That's what they see on the internet, so they're gonna portray it, right? It's more relevant and it's more normalized in society today than it has ever. And a lot of these men that you meet out there are often, I'm not gonna lie, stops. Don't I wouldn't. Mm, I wouldn't. Okay, so you got to be aware of the situation. When you say not committed and young, you have to realize that the people you're chasing after are really, really immature. Like that's you have to realize that. Like, and it's not even just this young man generation. It's both generate. It's both genders, both male and female, and etc. Right? No one's looking for a commitment. No one's looking for commitment right now. And then the ages 25 through what you said, like 30 or something like that. Those men are asking for a shot because they're getting desperate because they're getting older, right? The older you get, the more like you feel like you're running out of options and you feel like you're running out of time to start to settle down and all this stuff. But at the same time, you're trying to get your life together and you're trying to start your career, maybe push forward in your career, and that's what you're focused on. And it's like, ooh, I'm scared to be committed because I'm focusing on this rather than like I'm focusing on this what's important to me rather than focusing on you, which could potentially be temporarily, I don't know, but I know this career or whatever I'm doing is a long run, right? That's what is believed. So saying like most men, you just have to realize that a lot of these guys that you're talking to, whatever you're meeting these guys, whether it's Tinder, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, bars, clubs, fucking your local dad, Lowe's, where he's looking for fun with a girl that's half his age, who's in their 20s, early 20s, maybe 18 or 19, right? And he's like 45, 50. But he still looks like a dilf, so, hey, fuck it, whatever. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you have to realize that that's called being immature. It has nothing to do with being young. It has to do with being immature, buddy. Like, immature. Like, okay, so I will say from the ages of 20 to 25, yes, they will try to look for older women to sleep around with, like fuck buddy, like friends with benefits, one night stands. Why? Because they're young and they're not tied down and they have no commitment. They don't need to commit to anything because they're young, right? They have no responsibilities. They don't have this. They don't have that, right? They don't have to commit to shit. They barely even have to commit to themselves, all right? They don't have to commit to a fucking workout routine. They don't have to commit to a night routine. They don't have to commit to shit, right? That's 18 through, I would say, 25. And then the other 25 is 25 through 35 or 30, where they start asking and they start getting desperate of trying to find a lover or trying to find something to cling on to because they feel like they're going to spend the rest of the days alone, right? They're already 30, pushing on 40 almost, and they're going to feel like they're alone. That's what it's like. So, and it's like they're clinging on to something. Like men and women think entirely different when it comes to these things. Like men want goals, want to achieve something by a certain age, right? You see all these men doing something with their families or something. They got family, kids, they got a nice house, they got a nice car, they got promotions, or they're working, manager or whatever. They started their business. Like some of them are just, jittery and trying to figure life out. Maybe life hasn't thrown them a bone yet, and they're not certain, or they don't have the self-confidence to believe that they're good enough for a partner because they're getting older and they don't know what to do with that partner because they don't feel worthy enough or stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's just from my perspective. I'm not 30, but
Nothing wrong with being non-committal, but my thing is I'm committal. So if I meet somebody, they're non-committal, I'm not going to entertain that. And that's okay. I really want to be committal,
Exactly.
but I think I need to improve myself. So the thing
I would say on both parties, this is like a hot topic. You have to realize, like, on both parties, you have to realize communication is freaking fucking key. Fucking key. It doesn't matter if this is your first day talking, or like you're already like a couple months in or years in. Fucking communication is key. The day you meet, I'm not even joking. The day you meet, communication is fucking key. All right. People lie about their ages. People lie about their jobs. People lie about their life, their relationship status. People lie about all that shit, right? And if you're lying about that in the beginning, that shows you what type of person you are, like what you're fucking actually doing and what you want. Like if you say, "Oh, I'm 20, and you're really 30, it's like, why are you lying about your age? Or if you say, like, I've dated this many girls but never dated anybody, it's like, why are you lying about never being in a relationship? Or it's like, you have this type of job, but you got laid off your job, and it's like, why are you lying about your occupation if you can't financially support yourself? It's like, don't get in when you're going to drag something down. My stream fucked up. What? Let me see. Go to Twitter. Dude, there she goes. There she goes. She's lagging. Okay, reconnecting. 3, 2, 1. Successful.
About self-improvement.
Yeah, but you always got to be like, communication is key. The minute you guys meet,
That I want to be very, very like, I need to stop you right there, buddy. You deserve love at
because if I'm not, then that means that really shows me how much of a person I really am when meeting someone in real, like when not just talking to someone, but meeting someone and talking to them. That could be my future girlfriend, future wife, future mother to my children, right? If I'm already starting there lying, trying to play this shit down, it's not gonna work out. It's not, because you're already lying to someone you just met. So you have to be aware.
without you having the perfect job, with you having a mattress on the floor. And that goes for any gender, any sex, any nationality, any income. You can find somebody will love you right now as you are. Bam.
Facts.
That's
100%.
it. Boom. But I feel like a lot of men
But a lot of times, let me hear.
do get caught up in this mentality. And just to be clear, I don't blame you. I blame the society. Because the society, as we say, makes it feel like you gotta have a good job. You gotta get a good degree. You gotta, provide. You gotta do all these things. So you are kind of in the space of, I can't be with a woman unless I have the figure, unless I have the body, unless I'm making the money.
I wouldn't say it's much the body or like the figure. I would say it's being able to be dependable and independent, right? So I'll just say this: if a man is unable to provide for himself, what do you like? What makes the woman feel like they're gonna be able to provide for them in the time of need, right? So that's why men are so driven to like get shit done and be like successful. So it's like financially they can support themselves, but not only that, they can support their lover. And that's why a lot of men just like disassociate and like don't commit to relationships. It's because they want to commit to something and know that they can give back rather than, put up a good front and then not give anything back or be committed or be able to provide. Like that's one of the scariest and worst things a man, like I'm just gonna be honest, like a man can do, is not be able to provide for himself, but for others as well. Like that's one of the main goals that you need to do, is like provide for yourself, but provide for the ones you love and care about most.
Unless I'm doing all this stuff. And that's really tough, because then you feel like, well, why would she want to be with me if I can't take her out to a nice dinner?
No, I wouldn't even say it's that. I mean, yeah, it matters, but at the same time, image is everything. Status is a lot. Like, I'm not saying you have to be Jeff Bezos, but if you're over here and you can't, like, pay the bill for a dinner or a date, I don't think you should be going on a date. Like, you need to work on yourself in order to financially work up to being able to pay for a date. Like you how you hold yourself and how you present yourself really shows the character of who you are.
She wants to be with you and go for a walk with you and have an ice cream with you. That's it. She just
Yeah, but you have to you have to realize that if this person's hiding something, like if this person's keeping you in the dark about who they are and what they do for a living, or if they can be even be able to support you, it's like if you ever get in a situation where it's like dire situation where you need someone's help or something and they're not able to support you or financially be there for you or like emotionally be there for you because they're not independent themselves, it's like you're setting yourself up for the biggest trap of hoping someone will catch you when you fall, and then you're just gonna fall and like smack down on the ground, believing that they were gonna help you, but in reality they just left you.
wants an ice cream with you. She just wants to know that if she complains about her day, that you're there for her. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. But if a man is thinking 24/7, like, oh shit, how am I gonna be able to support her? Oh shit, how am I gonna be supposed to pay my bills? Oh shit, will her parents like me because of this? Like, I don't have the job or the body or the image or the looks or anything. It's like that plays a big key in part of men's mentality, and you have to realize that.
But that's the hard part that I feel that we, and again, I don't know how to fix it. Politicians,
You can't. You okay? So you can't fix anything. They have to fix it themselves. That's not like don't take women, men. No, women don't take blame on a man's uh ability or character to not like say, oh, I can fix them. I can be there. No, you can't. I mean, you could be there and try to fix him, but in reality, he needs to fix himself because that's the only way he'll be able to be, be better for you, is if he's able to fix himself. Because if he's always dependent and relying on you, the day you disappear and everything, or the day you break up, how is he going to be reliable on himself when he's been relying on you the whole time? It's like you being a safety net, but the minute you leave him and you take your safety net with him, or take the safety net with you, it's like he has nothing to fall back on, and it's going to lead him into self-destruction. So you have to be careful.
don't know how to fix it. Society doesn't know how to fix it. I'm just doing
Society can't fix it. The man has to fix it. Society will work around a man who can fix it, who can fix themselves, okay?
my best, right? But I do think you should be self-improving for yourself.
I just said that. Yo, Matara, give me a dab me up, woman. Dab me up. That's what I just
Not
said.
for your partner.
Exactly. There's an old saying where it's like, I will improve myself for you as long as you improve yourself for me. Because at the end of the day, if things fall out, right, you want to make sure both parties are better for themselves. This is what I think about relationships. Relationships should always be not just be emotionally supporting and like giggity jiggly, all that fun yada 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 stuff, but it should also be improving one another on the weaknesses that we both have, right? You want to improve on the weaknesses that both of you have and try to rekindle and make them strengths, right? Because if you're not, then and you break up, those faults might be even, those weaknesses might become stronger than they were originally because of that fallout. Be in self-improving on yourself rather than trying to fourth attempt, fifth attempt, fifth attempt, sixth attempt, sixth attempt, sixth attempt, seventh attempt. Oh, seventh attempt. Let's go for 8. Yeah, my internet's butt today. 8th attempt. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed soon as this is over. This is so long. Successful. Okay, so it's like you always want to improve on yourself rather than improve for others, because if you're trying to improve for others, you're trying to prove that you're the better, like you're meant for them. when you should be improving on yourself for you, so that you can be independent and be by yourself and be alone. Because I'm not gonna lie, if you can't be independent by yourself, how are you gonna be able to be dependable for like children, or like the woman or man who's like emotionally unstable? One has to be stable so the other one can become stable. That's how it should go. So it's all about. I think it's all about relationships should be focusing on focus on themselves and bringing the best out of each other and working together on your weaknesses together. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion, like, because we all have our weaknesses, we all have our flaws, but if we're willing to, work those flaws out, like red flags. Everybody says that they have red flags, right? Entirely true. Everybody has them. I have them. No one's fucking perfect, right? But it's like, if you're always willing to like not fix those red flags you have, or like trying to get to the bottom of the problem or the situation to overcome those red flags, then it's like you're setting yourself up for if you decide, if you guys do break up, you're setting your other partner up for the biggest failure next, because you haven't worked on that, and now it's going to become even worse because those red flags became much bigger because you weren't fixing them in your current relationship or your previous relationship, and now they're going to be latched on to the other person, and it's going to be way worse.
And I think it's more important
so
now.
Say you say okay. So I'll give you an example. Say this: if you have a like trust issues, right? Because your dad left you, right? And you decide to get in a relationship with a boy, right? And you're not willing to fix it. Like, hey, I have trust issues. I want you to help me to fix it, but you don't. Like, and that guy decides to F you over, right? He decides to F you over. You're going to have way worse trust issues with the next person. Fixing it for yourself, it's like, okay, I trust myself. I trust God, or I trust the coin. I don't know what people believe in. But it's like, if I trust myself, then I'll know myself, rather than trying to trust others on making my life better and doing this, not like abandoning me. Like you
to, like maybe stay at home, be stay at home dads, be like stay at home husbands, things like that, to be there for each other emotionally. I think in the past it was more like, the man has to provide and do all this stuff. And I was like, you're a team. You're a team. If you choose to want to be in that kind of a partnership or dynamic or relationship, I don't know if you're polyamorous or not, I don't know. But I definitely do feel like there's a lot of folks that worry that they can't date unless they get skinny, or unless they get a better job, or unless they finish their school. But realistically, it doesn't matter if you haven't finished your healing or your stuff. You still deserve, like, you can be loved at any point of your journey. You should be. The whole point of self.
You can, but at the same time, you can, but at the same time, if you're at your worst, you might be a bigger danger to them than you are to yourself. So it really plays a big factor in that. You have to realize that. Say you like, oh, I have body dysmorphia. I really do. I have body dysmorphia. When I look myself in the mirror, I am not okay with myself. I fucking hate myself, right? I hate my body. I hate the way my body looks, all right? But if I'm not willing to fix that, and my partner says like, "Oh, you have a fucking immaculate body," ow, my ear. Then it's like, and then I keep denying them, like, "Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't." It's like you're gaslighting it. You're gaslighting the situation, rather than being like, "Yeah, I kind of do have I think my body is okay, right?" Like it's like that. It's like if you're always rejecting their compliments, they're slowly gonna stop they're going to stop trying to boost your confidence up, and they're going to, either ignore it, neglecting your problem and like saying whatever with it, or they're just going to, fucking leave you because that problem is consuming you and everything.
Self-improving for yourself before you even start.
I feel like I'm debating here, but I'm not really trying to debate anything. I'm just trying to show the man's perspective.
I like that one too, where it's like both you want to be in a relationship with somebody where it's 50-50, but both people keep wanting to do 60-40. You want to be with somebody that always wants to give you the 60. No, the thing is, you have a choice with this kind of stuff. It's like, for this stuff to get solved, it would take generations. It would take generations of like different living, different stuff. I'll give you an example, right? Like in a lot of Western countries, right? A woman couldn't rent an apartment or open a bank account earlier in the 1900s.
But it still won't change. Like I understand where she's coming from. She's like, once this thing becomes no, it still won't matter, because in Western society it might change in Western society, but around the world it still like applies to reality where men still play their genders and females still play their genders in other cultures in other like countries. So it will change a bit, but it won't change drastically as people think. Okay, so mushroom, stop. But it's like even that we don't even know where it's going to be going, because it might change that way back again. It all depends, right? It just all depends.
Right? That was not that long ago. That's only a few generations. There's a lot of stuff that is still very, very new, and it's going to take a while. I think a lot of this is just.
Yeah, and another thing is like this is just off the top of my head. It's like the whole thing, like even this, like fuck. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh shit! Hopefully titties don't pop up on my screen, and they fucking do. Wow, way to start off opening Twitter. Nice, Mr. Mushroom. Nice. We're over here trying to have a serious conversation, and you're pulling up titties on the screen. That's not my fault. I don't follow those people. They just pop up. Okay, I'm putting it over here. That's a penis. That's a fucking penis. I'm so glad I put that over there. That's a penis. That's a full-on fucking cock. Okay, that's a cock. Like, it is so mainstream to normalize hating on men, and especially white men. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you know how many times I hear like yeah, fuck white men, like that like that stupid shit like that. It is so ridiculously irritating and brain rotting, and it's almost like they're zombies repeating the same shit. Like, you don't know this person, you don't know, like, he could be Spanish and he could have light skin, or and look like that, or he can be albino. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be hating on a man because he's a man or because he's a certain color, right? It's like, you don't know who he is. He could be literally the guy who saves you next week, or he could be the guy, your future husband, right? In like 5 years, right? It's like, why are you hating on these type of men? Why are you hating on men when you don't even know who they are? You just hate them because of one bad man did something wrong. So that's another problem that's wrong with this generation too. And it's like, that's gonna become more normalized than it is for the other way around. Like, if we look up a video of girls like saying, "Do we need men?" It's like, and they say, "No, we don't need men," and then the men, like, it's like, "Men, do you need women?" And they're like, "Yeah, we need women." And it's like, the playing field is so fucking unbalanced, and it will always be unbalanced no matter what. But it's like, the playing field is so unbalanced that it's going to be unbalanced for the rest of society now, because it's so over the top. Because it's just going to be taught on and taught on and taught on. That's what happens when this shit gets out, is when it becomes so normalized and taught on. So, like, say this right now. So I'm not saying this, okay? I'm not saying this. I'm saying, if I were to date this woman right in front of me, I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying it. Okay, okay, forget that. Scrap that idea. Rewind. Okay, rewind. If I were to date a woman, right? And I'm a bad partner. I'm an asshole. I'm physically, emotionally, socially abusive, right? I'm not only verbally abusive, I'm physically abusive. She will hate men, right? She will hate men because of my bad parting. Rather than hating on me, she will hate rest of society as a whole of men for one guy's problem, and be like, "Oh, fuck men," right? Because one man fucked you over, right? Bada bing, bada boom, bada pow. then that would be like, okay, so I had this know that where you come from. It's like I had this one fallout with one bad man, so now it's. I'm not saying she does this, but I'm saying some women think like this, where they believe like one man is just like the other man, and the other man is just like that about him, and it's like fuck men. Like maybe their father just abandoned them. Maybe their father, I don't know, essayed them, sexually assaulted them. I don't know. Like that's the hard part. It's like, and they're gonna, and it's okay that they feel like that. They're gonna feel like they have to create this thing to think like that way. But it's also, but it is a bad thing to treat everybody that way. Where it's like, it's so when I say it's not a bad thing to think that way or to kind of this bad thing happen, like it's like robbing. It's like robbing. Okay, say you get robbed at a store, right? You have your purse, and it's like you see a group of people wearing ski masks. You know, they're kind of looking shady in the dark. They're pointing at you. They're looking at you, right? Right? It's like that, and then they come rob you. A couple years later, you say that same situation, and you clutch your purse and you start running, like running. That's okay to believe that, but it's like it's not okay to think and treat everybody like that if they're just over there, like if it's just a bunch of regular men, walking down the street, having a laugh, having a beer, waving to you, saying, "Hey, what's up, girl?" Or just even a little shout like, "Hey, pretty girl." Like that's it's not okay to treat every man like that. I'm not saying a man should just be like, "Hey, pretty girl," but I'm saying if you treat a man like that, then it's going to be generational, and it will be taught over and over and over, and then people won't even realize where it started from because it's so normalized. So now you have to be like, where did it come from and how did it start? When in reality, you don't know where it started, but it was it literally becomes a generational thing where it's not taught anymore. It's just observed in what they learned at that point because someone else told them this and yada yada yada. So like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's really hard, but hopefully I explained it that well. Yeah, fuck. Keep going.
Different times. I need people to stop thinking that they can only be loved when they get their degree, when they get their job, when they get their body. You can be loved at any
100%. You can be loved at any point in your life, right? It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, I believe. Age of consent. Gotta be over 18 to be dating someone over 18. I will say that. No, I mean, age does matter at some points, okay?
point in your life. I'm just letting you know. You are deserving of love right now.
But it's like, don't. I have. Just because the first woman, like, wants you to. Hi, kitty cat. Just because the first woman's like, oh, I really love you and I'll take you for who you are. Like, even as a man, be fucking careful who you be around with. Because this person might also be in a healing situation where they want to be with someone or cling on to someone during this event, right? They want to be near or not near, but they just don't want to feel alone and they feel like they need a rebound. So they might be using you as a rebound rather than seeing you as like, oh, this person's trying to heal process as well. And that's like, oh no, my healing, like, I'm not trying to heal. I'm just trying to cover up and band-aid this shit. I'm just trying to band-aid this shit and kind of rebound, all right? You have to watch out for that.
Right now, okay? You are deserving of love.
Yeah, you are deserving of love right now, but just because the first person you meet doesn't mean they're the right person.
Right now. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're yapping a little bit about that. And,
I'm yapping. We yapping away. We're two yappers.
where I am very committal. I want to have a life with somebody and commit, but I also am very picky because I think that
you should be picky. I think you should be picky with relationships. I'm not. Okay, so this is no picky. Picky. Okay, picky. Yes. Having standards and having preferences, totally fucking fine. I say this all the damn time. Like, okay, let me get face to face. I say this all the damn time. I have standards and I have preferences, okay? I have preferences. My standards are, I have high standards. I'm not saying you have to be a fucking 10 out of 10. like you have to be looking like the fucking hottest model and be like Miss America or whatever. I don't know, fucking Miss Worldwide. I don't know what like beauty pageants call that shit. I don't care. But it's like just because I have standards and I have preferences doesn't mean I will line those up. Standards will always matter over preferences. And this is coming from a man's perspective. I will say this. I said this 100% with all my heart. I fucking love goth women. I've always have since the day I was born. Okay, since the day I was born, I've always loved goth women. That's my preference, right? That's my preference. I love goth women. But if a goth woman does not meet my standards, I won't be with them, right? Okay? I won't be with them. And I've said this as well. Just because I have a preference doesn't mean I won't settle. Like, it doesn't mean I won't settle for a goth girlfriend, or if I would settle with a goth girlfriend if they don't line up with my standards. Because preferences are preferences, right? You might like this one time, but your standards say something else, right? Okay. So I say this. I love a goth woman. I would love to marry and date a goth woman and have beautiful children and have a loving family and a loving home, right? Right? The whole giddy gaddy, beautiful magic gippity doo, right? Bippity booda. Okay, I would love a goth woman, but if I don't meet a goth woman that doesn't meet my standards, and I meet the nicest freaking Amish woman or Catholic Christian or like a librarian like preference, like that's not my preference. But if I meet one of those people and they meet my standards, I will fall in love with them, right? Because that's my standards, and I'll be like, oh my god, this woman's perfect. Because preferences don't really matter that much. I'm gonna be truly honest. Like preferences kind of matter. Like you can have preferences, but I wouldn't matter. Like pickiness. What's the difference between being picky and having preferences? Like pickiness is like you have to have blue eyes, right? Blue eyes, picky. That's picky, but it's also preference. Like if okay, so if you're saying this, if I'm saying this, you're very picky. Like a guy has to have blue eyes, but he lines up with everything. Like 6 foot tall, right? Blonde hair, right? Boom, abs, six figures. He's got the sixes, all right. He's got the 4 6s, right? 6 figures, 6 feet tall, above 6 inches, right? I think there's another one too. Yeah, something like that. Fuck. He's above a six, like above a six on the rect, but he's missing blue eyes. So you're like, that's not gonna work. That's being fucking nitpicky, and that will kill you because you're going off of pickiness, not standards, and not even preferences at that point because you're nitpicking one little thing that's wrong about them. So that's why I said, like, I always have standards. It's good to have preferences, but remember that standards matter more than preferences. And dude, I'm doing something with my hand. Like I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down. Because I can meet the baddest goth woman ever. She could not meet my standards. I can fall in love with her. And she could fuck my life up in a good way and a bad way. But she can also ruin my life in the worst way. I mean, I know they all joke around about it. I joke around like I want a goth woman to fuck my life up, turn it upside down, ruin my insides like a goddamn heat-seeking missile and just explode my whole mentality, my emotional state. Okay, just go ahead and grab your biggest fucking dildo and ruin my life by fucking me over. All right, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but it's a joke. It's a joke. No, it's not. But I'm saying if that's what happens and I'm not going off my standards and that's not my standards, then it's going to be a bad situation for me in the end. But if she meets my standards and she is my preference, then it's going to be like you can be the happiest man in the world. Like you were there, like there's those two aligned, right? But not they don't always align, but you should always go off for standards more than preferences. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
For somebody to be my future husband and to have the chance to be cannibalized by me.
The stream died again. Fourth attempt. Fifth attempt. Sixth attempt. Let's go for 7. Seventh attempt. Let's go for 8. We're almost finished. I'm almost finished, and then I'm going to hit the sack jack. Okay, successful. It's successful.
You know, I want to be very picky with who I let into my in.
But don't get it twisted. Don't get pickiness confused with standards or preferences, maybe.
I'm a lot more sensitive than I let on, so I'm very picky. They have to be, they have to do a lot of stuff. But unfortunately, I'm in a weird place where most men between 25 and 35 are extremely non-committal, and I'm not. I blame society and God. I'm not blaming them, by the way. I blame society and God.
Okay,
it's just,
Okay. This is what's wrong with that too. This is what's wrong with that situation. I'm not saying she's entirely wrong, but I'm. Okay, Kitty Cat, you want to go out? There you go. I'm not saying she's entirely wrong, but I'm not saying she's completely correct. It's not society's fault that men are this way. In half the battles, the men has to take responsibility for it. You can't just blame society for the situation, because that's not entirely right. Like, the man has to take responsibility. Like, what did she say?
I'm a lot more sensitive than I let on, so I'm very picky. They have to be, they have to do a lot of stuff. But unfortunately, weird place where most men between 25 and 35 are extremely non-committal, and I'm not blaming them, by the way. I blame society and God. It's just, it's a weird time.
Yeah, but at the same point, if you're always going to blame society, then the men are going to blame society too, and they're going to be like, "Oh, but it's society's fault that I'm this way." Oh, it's society, but no, it's your fault. Like, you're this way. Like, I'll do a comparison. All right, so say this. Okay, this could be an easy comparison. If society puts you in the situation where it's like society gives you a burger at one place near your house, and then fucking whatever, like a vegan place right next to it. It's like society put both of these. Okay, we'll do this. If society puts 2 restaurants next to each other, a fast food restaurant and a healthy restaurant, whether it's fucking a vegan place or it's just like a healthy whatever place, right? Which one you choose is entirely on you. You can't blame society for what happens to you or what you do to yourself. So if you're always blaming society, then you're gonna believe like, oh, it's society's fault. It's not my fault that I gained weight. It's not my fault that I'm overweight. But no, it is entirely your fault you gained weight because you decided to always go to McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever it's called, like with the fast food chain, rather than balancing it out. Like, hey, maybe Monday through Friday, I'm going to go to this healthy place right next to my house, rather than going to the fast food chain 7 days out of the week or 3 days out of the week, and then you still eat like junk food at home, right? It's like you blame society. Oh my god, great preference. I love this analogy. It's like people say this all the fucking time, where they say like, I can't get in shape because eating healthy is too expensive. No, it's not. It's pretty fucking cheap. It's pretty cheap to A, cut down on consumptions, your plate proportions. B, grab healthier stuff, because healthier stuff often, like fresh stuff like salads or stuff, and like lean meats, you don't even have to get big. You don't have to make it exotic. Just get brown rice, quinoa, whatever it's called. I don't know. My mother keeps on trying to correct me, and I always say okay. But yeah, it's like that situation. If you keep blaming society because you pick bad food, like you're always picking potato chips, right? Doritos, Lay's, Funyuns, all that stuff. But then you got those veggie sticks or whatever they're called, and you don't go for that. Or you're like, maybe I'll try an apple or something like that, or you decide to fucking shove down a whole, I don't know, decide to shove down a whole bag of Cheeto puffs rather than maybe I should have tried a salad, or maybe I should have got a fruit bowl. That's when you basically say like it's society's fault I'm this way. It's society's fault that I'm overweight, or it's society's fault that I'm not in the best shape of my life. Same with the situation. It's like I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to go drive all the way to the gym to spend an hour sweating. Then I got to take a shower. It's like, okay, fine. Then you're not going to get in shape. But don't blame society that you can't go to the gym or you can't afford the gym when you can do push ups at home, jump squats at home, and maybe go for a mile run around your block. That's free. It's literally free. Like, it takes minimum time. I say it myself. I started a mile at 15 minutes, right? 15 to 16, almost 20 minutes. 20 minutes of exercise right there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada pow. 20 minutes in fucking 1 mile. That's slow as shit. And that was it. That was my workout for the time. That was my workout for the time until I got faster. Every day, I got a little bit faster until where the point is I can do 20 minutes in under 3. Like, I can do like 22 minutes, 24 minutes, 20. Like, sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days in 3 miles, right? 3 miles in under 20 minutes, and within 20 minutes. That's like progress. But you can't always say like it's society's fault this way. That like I'm just gonna blame society because this type of group is this way. That's not entirely correct. You have to put some responsibility on you. I'm not saying you got to blame society or them. I'm saying they got to take responsibility for what they do and how they become or who they become. So entirely saying it's society's fault is just blatantly I'm stepping it. Just for one reference, if any Matar fans or whatever sees this, just know I'm not hating on her or trying to one up her. I'm just trying to give a male's perspective on this. So no drama free. I totally agree with a lot of her topics, but I'm just adding to it as well. So don't take crap out of proportion. Please don't. I love her stuff. I support every VTuber, but yeah, don't take it out of proportion. This is just my preferences as a male, giving male from a male's perspective. In my own opinions, it's like a little debate. There's no right or wrong answers. This is just my opinion and preferences.
Time, weird upbringing, weird everything. Everyone's going through it. Nobody's sure how to. Oh, I'm so sensitive. Oh my goodness, I'm such a sensitive little cockroach. But so I'm kind of in a weird spot where men under 25 are like, madam, please, madam, slot me in. Give me a chance, madam. I will make you a mother of so many children. They're like, please, madam, just let me in. I can cure you of your loneliness. And men
because at that point they're like at an age where it's like they still want to date young people, but they also want to go for a mature person, and they're kind of stuck in this middle where they're like, I'm nervous because I'm at a point where I'm still young, but I'm at a point where I'm getting older where the young don't want me at this age because I'm not, prepared or whatever. Like, I'm not fully matured, or like I have the dream job or the dream body or the dream life. So now they're thinking like, oh, maybe an older woman might understand me where I'm coming from. So maybe I can lock in with a woman. Or some of them just still might be immature, thinking they're a college kid, and be like, yo, I'm trying to hook up with a MILF. I'm still young. I'm still kicking it. I'm trying to get a 35-year-old MILF pregnant, like, and then ditch her with the kids. Like, fuck. Like, hell yeah. Like, no. That's called immature. It's called being immature and not growing up yet.
over 35 are usually like, yeah, I could treat you nice. And men between 25 and 35, I'm sorry you got it rough. But from my own experience and from a lot of my girlfriends' experiences, you are a little bit more on the non-committal side. I don't blame you. Just to be clear, I'm not like, but, I'm just,
Not blaming you, but you should take responsibility.
think it's one of those things where I don't blame you for being non-committal. Don't blame me for being.
There's a difference between not blaming them for not being committal and trying to be responsible and be committal. There's a difference.
Being committal. If I meet you and I say, hey, I'm committal, and you say I'm non-committal, I go,
That's totally okay. Maybe they're not ready in that stage of a relationship to be committal. Maybe they're focused on something else, or maybe they got some problem in their life where they're like, I can't commit to you because my attention is focused on a family member who has cancer, or my daughter, or my son is in my need first before yours, which is totally fine and perfect. Like, put your kids over like a potential relationship. Always, always, kids come before the relationship. Always, 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 which is perfect, totally fine. Okay, I'm here to play. Okay.
okay, well, bye-bye.
Yeah, it's like I was like, thank you for your time, and I hope you're looking for who you want to, because right now I'm not that type of person to be able to be that type.
There's nothing here for us. No, I don't want to hold.
Yeah, there's not, and it's totally fine. And I hate how society does this. And it's like they meet the perfect man or the perfect woman, and their alignment doesn't line up, so they already automatically hate that person or despise that person. And it's like, oh, this person was yada yada. They shut me down, and it's like, yeah, because they're not your preference, or you don't meet their standards. It's like either work on it, or you can't change it. Like, I like goth women, preference. Well, if one meets my standards, one meets my standards. If I meet a nice cowgirl and she doesn't meet my standards, I say, I prefer goth girls, goth women. It's just, I prefer them. But if the cowgirl meets my standards, then I'll be like, yeah, I would love to take you on a date, madam. That's, yes, ma'am. 100%. Thank you, Matar, thank you for the lovely chat and debate. Your answers were beautiful, amazing. I loved them. And yeah, you had some really great topics, really great responses. And yeah, you're very well. You have a lot of wisdom.
Hands and cuddle and talk into the night because you're not committal, but I am. So, cough. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's like, have a good day. Like, I always say this, even if you're with a girl. How do I date hags? Gosh, what the fuck? Shake their hand, always. Tell them a good luck. Wish them the best. And it will make you always, no matter what it is, but like, it will always make you feel like, if you meet, like, because it could be a situation where you meet a person and they might be buddy, and they'll be like, oh, don't be with this person, because this person, as soon as I told them I wasn't into them, they decided to be a different type of way. Like, we were on a date, and I told them I wasn't interested in them, or I didn't meet their standards, right? And they become, like, cold, and, like, and they didn't talk that much, and they were kind of, it was an awkward situation, rather than being like, okay, thank you for your time, I'll pay for, what pay for dinner? Why don't we just chit chat and talk? Like, we don't have to get to know anybody doesn't matter, like talking in the line. But it's like, why waste a good dinner? Why waste a good dinner? Maybe you can become good friends. Maybe they're not ready, or maybe you don't meet their preferences or standards right now, but potentially down the line you could, because you became great friends. My mouth is getting really dry. So always leave on a good note. Always leave on a good part, on a good side. Whoops.
39 committal and want to do your dishes. That's a big plus.
I got a hot topic. What was that?
Hi, Mata. I'm closing in on 37. Could you tell me where hags like you congregate? Yes. Your local coffee shop.
If she says Target, if she fucking says Target, I'm going to lose it. Or she's like a bookstores, Target, Starbucks, a pottery store like a Michael's, or like one of your thrift stores.
Running outside at 8 in the morning, the gym at awkward hours of the night, bookstore.
I fucking called
it. Target.
I fucking called it, mate.
Walmart.
I didn't know that one. I haven't been to Walmart in years.
Wine aisle at the store. Exactly.
Nice. why not? I know where I'm going next.
All that fun stuff. Good luck on the 37. That's so exciting.
Okay, go ahead and click that one, right? We're gonna go back. Men are just moist women. Dude, I gotta hear her topics. I gotta.
At what age range is Matara looking for a husband?
Okay, what did it say?
Yeah, so fuck off. Bye-bye. I'm 39 committal and want to do your dishes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I fucking love this topic. Dishes. Matara
That's
dishes.
a big flaw.
I gotta pee, but I'm about to end it. Matara dishes. I gotta look that shit up. Matara dishes. Con dishes. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Oh my fucking god, mate. Okay, I'm back. I'm fucking back. Back and better than ever. Okay, what was I gonna say? Okay. Dishes. What did she say?
At what age range is 39 committal and want to do your dishes?
Matara, I want to do your dishes.
Dating a British man is probably the easiest thing you can do. All men eventually expect you to kind of cook like their mother. So if you date, say, an Indian man, you're screwed because his mother will cook amazingly. She will outcook you. Italian, the nonna is in the kitchen for 9-12 hours making one tomato sauce. You date a British man, hey baby, I made you cooking just like your mama used to. It's bread, fries, ketchup. Dating a British man is probably the easiest thing. I talked about this before. Basically, I said, usually, not all the time, but it's kind of been drilled to us from movies and the world that, a man who, dates women will want a woman who cooks like his mother, right? And I was saying, you're out of luck if your man has, say, an Indian mother, because the amount of spices.
I do believe that, okay, so I do this. I will say this on the lines of this: a man should know how to cook for himself. I think a man should know how to cook for himself and then use it as a skill to wow the other partner. So, say if you, this could be a good date for a good idea for a date is you show your cooking skills, and that could honestly, I've heard a lot of reviews where women actually love a man who can cook, right? Like they're like, oh, this man can cook, so that doesn't mean that he has to rely on me for cooking. Not only that, that's a skill, like tasty food, pants down. Let's get this going. Let's get this real dessert going. Okay, mushroom, stop. Okay, that's what I'm saying. What I'm also saying is that it shows a man is willing to be able to feed himself rather than having to rely on you, whether you're busy at work or busy doing something and you can't cook. And it's like he's able to take over with cooking and providing food when the other person's busy. So if it's always like the wife always cooking 24/7 and a man doesn't know how to fucking cook, then it's like, okay, it's going to be a problem because it's going to build up over the years, and the woman is just going to one day, it's going to build up, and it's going to be like one day it's just gonna fucking explode in his face. He's like, you never cook, you never do this, yada yada yada, da 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 da. Okay, mushroom stop. It's like that. It's like if you don't know how to cook for yourself and you're always relying on your partner to cook for you, you're fucked. You're fucked, dude.
And everything that she'll do for her cooking is insane. Like, she is such a good cook. You are out of luck if they're Italian, because Nonna will be in the kitchen cooking a tomato sauce for 8 hours.
Right, thank God I didn't have that.
Just to, for a meal. And I thought, this is why British men must be superior, because you just open a can of beans, put it on toast, and go, here, honey, just like your mother made it. Is this chip buddy better than your mother's chip buddy? I talked about this before. Oh no, I know Giga's hiking story where she pooped herself. I love it.
You know what I hate more than cleaning bathrooms? It's cleaning dishes. For some reason, I am just not a dishes person. I feel like it's probably a sensory thing, but my ass is not sticking my hands in some murky water with miscellaneous food particles down there. Cleaning a fucking toilet? At least I know what I'm getting into there. You know?
I have another topic about this. I have another topic about this. In my household, if I were to have a girlfriend, wife, one day, I would even set the ground rules for my children. At a certain age, my children would learn how to clean dishes, like learn how to do their dishes themselves. Same with my wife, and same goes for me. I will clean my dishes, you clean your dishes. The children at a certain age will learn how to clean their dishes, and it will set them up for learning how to clean up after themselves. Because if you're not willing to clean up after yourselves and you're always, like, one person's always getting the fucking butt end of the stick of cleaning dishes, dude, it is going to be the worst train wreck because it's like, not only did you eat out of this bowl, not only did you not clean your bowl, but I had to clean up after you like some child, right? So, cleaning up after yourselves, not just up after yourselves, but your partner cleaning up after themselves will be so much easier because you're not taking on both loads. You're taking on your load and taking on your part and not taking on each other's part. And, doing that. Or you could do it together. Like, but it should not be one man's job and it should not be rotations. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get dishes Monday. I get dishes. You get dishes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I get dishes Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Like, no. Because some days, if a person's at work, right? If a person's at work, they had a busy day, they had the fucking worst time at the job today. Maybe their fucking boss was heckling them on their ass the whole day. And it's like, the dishes are in the sink, and it's like, but it's your day. You still got to do the dishes. It's like, motherfucker, I'm not doing the dishes. The dishes are the last thing on my mind. And it's like, And it's like, you didn't even eat out of this. Your partner ate out of this. Like, the bowl, the spoon, the pot. They cooked out of the pot. They fucking used all the utensils. And it's like, why should I clean up after you if you made the mess and you took it out? It's like, no. If you did it, you clean it up. So, or it's like, okay, maybe those are my dishes and these are your dishes. Do you want to do it together and put them away together because it would go a lot faster? But not only that, we're doing it together and we're not, putting it all on one person and kind of tackling the situation at hand together. So that's my take. And with children, it's like, if you teach, so if your kids are like 4 or 5 and you decide to like clean up after them, it will keep going on and on because they feel like that's your job. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to clean up after them, right? Everything. It's not even just like food. It'll be toys. It'll be bags. It'll be problems. It's like you're supposed to be there to pick up after them. Like, guess what? They got in a car accident. Guess who's supposed to be there to pick up after them? You are, because you started with the dishes. It's like, no, you got to take care of your own problems and you got to do this. Okay? That's my topic.
You know what I hate more than cleaning bathrooms? It's cleaning dishes.
But, yeah. Clean your dishes yourself. I know sometimes I don't, but I was like, fuck, I got to do it.
Gotta get that
At what
What's this
age
one?
range is Matara looking for a husband? 35 plus, but the problem with men, this is gonna,
Pass out
you
in a
know,
minute.
it's gonna start off good. You know, I'm not gonna get canceled when I begin my sentence with the problem with men. From what I have noticed in my recent
we just watch this?
experiences, is that men. Okay, hear me out. But now I have to. Okay, now this is gonna sound cocky. I was gonna say, most men hit on me. Now that Matara,
If you say most men hit on you and most men hit on you, then that's not cocky. That's just being realistic. Matara explains why she went back to living with her parents. Ooh. Ooh, yo, we can't keep doing this. I was the predator. I'm the predator. Okay. Mushroom, stop. No, I'm not actually a predator. How an unhinged termination exposed. I'm not diving into racism, okay? That'll be a whole shit show. They will promise you the world. The trap of empty promises in businesses. Yeah, don't take anybody's promises. Don't ever do that. Empty promises.
I like calling my parents my roommates because I think it's funny. Sorry. But they actually really are my roommates at this point. We do roommate stuff together. We watch TV sometimes. We make plans to go to dinner. I see them almost never. They go and have trips without me. I go and have trips without them.
Nice.
I eat their food. Like,
Nice.
I'm doing roommate stuff all the time.
I'll just say.
Oh my
nice.
God, your roommates are your parents? Yeah.
You pass by the hallway with your dad with his fucking drinking out of the car and book. Hey, what you doing? That woman I was just in there with. Yeah, I fucked her. That's my mom.
Yeah, I moved back
Honestly, I'd be that type
after
of father. It's like I'd be that like
after I had
Honestly, if I was a parent, I'd tell my kid, like I'd tell my sons, like I can tell them the joke, like I fucked your mom.
a pretty weird situation happen at my old apartment building. If anybody remembers, there was like I actually called the police, which I've never done before. That was exciting. And there was like drugs in the stairs. It was homeless people that were like doing drugs in the stairs and yelling and basically fighting. And the
Nice, hobo fights. Bet on
building
'em.
still wouldn't have like a security guard. I then talked to other people. I did my little gossip snooping around with my. They were stealing clothes from the stairs. And one thing that the building had said, they were like, please
I
don't
would've said, you
open
if
the
you steal clothes, you better pay me.
door
I don't give a fuck if you
for the homeless folks outside. But okay, it's 2 a.m. I go downstairs side with a bike and a coat on. What am I gonna say? Hey, are you a man or do you live in this building? No, that's not my job and responsibility.
An
Gonna
allegation
do? He's gonna
like
punch
that.
me in the throat. No. If we had a security guard in the building, that would be his job and responsibility. So yeah, I go downstairs. I open my. Actually, I don't think
Yep.
did I tell you all in the end why I ended up moving? Yeah, my last apartment. So one of the final nails on the coffin of me moving out was I had asked for like security. A bunch of us had asked for security guards, for everything, for all that stuff, and it wasn't getting done. And then winter was coming,
Anchor 47, how you doing?
you know.
tonight?
So because of that, usually a lot more homeless people are going into buildings. Again, nothing against the homeless people. Like, I get it. If I was homeless, I too would try to come into a building to get some warmth. I completely get it.
Fine.
Let's be clear. In the end, what had happened was it had been several. So one time it happened on stream when I called the cops, but there had been several other times in the stairs where there was a lot of loud noises on other floors. And I'm guessing other tenants called the cops or anything happened. But this was a reoccurring issue that maybe several times in a week that there
Honestly.
would be a lot of homeless folk doing drugs or whatever, or like, you know, kind of like hiding out in the stairs if you ever went to take the stairs instead of the elevator. One time, it was 2 a.m. and I went downstairs to get my Uber Eats. and there was a man with a bike and a woman with him. And, you know, I opened the door to get my Uber Eats. They walk in. To be clear, I don't instantly I can't instantly tell that they're homeless because they're wearing
I don't think it's.
like jacket and stuff.
I wouldn't let anybody in, like my apartment or my house, even if they were an Uber like Eats person. The reason why is because even this is what I say. Like Uber Eats, like you don't know who you don't know who goddamn who the Uber Eats guy is. He could be the next Jeffrey Dahmer or fucking what's his Ted Bundy. Like holy shit, you gotta be aware of that situation, dude. Like it only takes one person to have like if they got a bike then they're homeless. Yeah, that's true. If even if they are like Uber Eats, you only have one incident where they become like the delivery dictator. I don't know, the delivery dramatic killer or whatever. It doesn't know. They'll come up with a nickname, right? That's not my job to come up with a nickname. But like Uber Eats,
Stuff like that. But
here's in Texas, there's a lot of.
I think as we're waiting for the elevator, I kind of I don't remember how, but I kind of by looking at them, I kind of was like, oh, I think they're homeless people that are coming in for the night. Weren't people making deals too? Probably, but I don't know. Because they had a bike, we had less room in the elevator. So I was like, you guys go ahead. I'll go, after you guys. And as they're going into the elevator, I notice that it stops at my floor. And to be clear, without going into details, my floor had 5 apartments on it. So I knew everybody on my floor, but they could be visiting, right?
People.
I knew everybody on my floor. I know the guy to the right, him and his wife were almost never around. To my left, I had 2 guys living together. To their left was the girl I went to the gym with. To her left was an older man. I know everybody who lived on my floor. So I do see the elevator stop at my floor, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I get on the I still am not fully thinking about it. After I get out of the elevator, so to be clear, my apartment was immediately so the elevator opens. If you go to the right, it's the apartments, right? So there's one door, then my door, and then 3 other doors, right? The stairs were to the left. As I get out of the elevator, I see, because it was snowing outside and he had a bicycle, I see the bicycle tracks that are wet, and there are shoes that go to the left. There's no apartment in the left. There's only the stairs. Later that night, or sorry, next day in the morning, that whatever, right? Ooh.
This sounds like a run-down apartment. The ones with
Spooky. They went to the left and they're in the stairs, whatever. I genuinely at that point did not care. I was like, it's cold, go do your stuff. What actually happened that kind of proceeded into me moving out was the next morning, the girl that I would go to the gym with, she texted me and she was like, did you hear the
They tried breaking into their house, into their apartments, probably
screaming last night? And I said, no, what happened? And she goes, she called the cops on basically what I'm getting, those exact 2 people that went into the stair. Who else was in our stairway at that time, right? So that happened, which, it is scary, but also at the same time, it's also scary to cross the street. I don't like to live my life being oh, it's scary that happened, because at the same time, if I cross the street and get run over by a car, that's scary. If I walk at night and
dude, if you drink out of fucking water bottle, there's a 1% chance you might get water poisoning. I don't know. There's always this chance that you might get. It's always a risk in life. It doesn't matter where you are. Even being in your house, there's still a risk of you getting sick.
There's some person with a gun. That's scary. At the end of the day,
But there's a difference between being what is it? Scared and then cautious. There's always a difference between being scared and cautious. You can be scared and not go anywhere, but you can be cautious and go everywhere and still be on high alert. So yeah.
Everything in life is scary. So just that situation alone
I'm not saying being cautious 24/7. I'm just saying to be like always know your
Isn't
surroundings and your situation.
that scary? What ended up kind of developing that situation for me was when my neighbor told me that. Yeah, it can happen everywhere, by the way. Like, that's so.
Yeah, of course.
What kind of ended up happening was after I told this to my flesh mother kind of put it in my head and she was like, hey, they saw what you look like and they probably
they saw
think
what you
you
look
called the cops on them. Which I was like, I don't think so. But at the same time,
There's a possibility.
that could be a possibility. I had to
Exactly.
go to a government thing. I was like, hey, so realistically, what happens? And they said that basically if I moved out and they decided to sue me, that I could then in court like show all the photos and show everything and have no problem moving out. So in the end, the way that it got solved, I guess, was I had emailed the building. I had emailed the building with a lot of complaints, and so did other tenants. And I knew I just
Tenants
want
full.
a security guard downstairs. That's all I want. I just
Or,
want a security guard downstairs. That's it.
Intruders.
And many other people asked for that. And then when they wouldn't do it,
Yeah,
I
that's
basically
intruding,
said that
that's trespassing.
by the law that I went to this place and found out the law, that I will be moving out as of this date, which was, I think, like 6 months before my lease was up. They told me I couldn't do it. And I said, well, if you believe so, then you can take me to court. And I will show them all these photos that I've shown you, all this information that I've shown you. And
Yeah, because they're liable.
in the end, they ended up messaging me to get me
Safety
at one
and
point, I
stuff
think,
like
to
that.
pay 1 extra month of rent. And my flesh mother was like, no, don't do it. Don't pay
I wouldn't have
the
done that,
1
no.
extra month. So basically, I didn't pay, I think, like 8. I think my lease was from August 1st and I moved out before January 1st. Pay 8 months of rent or like 7 months of rent, right? And they in the end asked me to just pay 1 extra month in January. And initially my flesh mother's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Let them take. I was like, okay, whoa. Calm down. And I even asked her, I was like, do you have time to go to court for me? Do you have time to go to court to go? I'm like, I will accept just paying the 1 month of rent on top of this to be rid of the situation, to never have to worry about it again.
True.
And that same month where they sent me like the thing of, oh, we're going to take you to court if you don't agree to just pay 1 month of rent. My girl that I used to go to the gym with texted me that she found a mouse in her apartment. And the way that mouses work, by the way, if anybody doesn't know, if there is one mouse in
Oh,
her
yeah,
apartment,
it's
there's a million mouses everywhere in that
yeah, it's a rodent infestation at that point, and it's a hazard.
apartment building. So I'm sorry, there's a million mouses.
If there's one, there's definitely more because they multiply pretty fast. Like they breed like cockroaches. almost.
In that apartment building. But yeah, so to be clear with the court stuff, I basically told my flesh mother, like, look, I know to you, like that 1 month of rent,
So,
it for you have the time to go to court.
okay.
I'm good. I got rid of this. I'm out.
Are you a couple? Let's. Project really talks about how it works. How.
I guess Garfield cart is always on the menu. That's not punishment, that's torture. You love pain though. Yeah, but in like the right mood and stuff.
She likes being teased, not fucking.
It's the same thing with like my level of masochism and love of cringe. Like things I like, I hate.
It's like that one sensation of feeling when you got a bruise or something, and then you want it to go away, but the sensation of it, like being massaged, it hurts, but it's like, oh, it feels good at the same time. That's what I think.
Like a moth which hurts me most in all
Exactly.
capacities, from cringe to literal pain. But you have to be in the right mood. For instance, this is just an example, but you know, someone spitting on you or spanking your booty. You don't want to wake up to that. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't want to be in an office getting water at the little water cooler and being like, yeah, getting water, and then someone comes over and spits on you. That's not fun. But in the right
Fuck
capacity,
you.
the right
Stupid bitch. I'm
settings,
kidding.
you know, there's some mood light going on and chat's being talking about hot things. Which is why
Smack you in the
BDSM is
face.
illegal
Get
in
to
many
work,
places in the West. Because the government can't differentiate.
Her tits are in the way. I fucking hate the fact that her tits are in the way.
Can smell my spice.
Alright, I wasn't planning on streaming for... God, 3 hours. Wow. I haven't even gone to bed yet at all. Holy moly. I was playing HoloLive? Okay. I didn't know that. Well, this stream was definitely a different one. This wasn't my usual stream. I mean, yapping a lot, that was it. But the first beginning of it was not it. But, yeah, I feel a lot better now that I streamed. Let me get my intro out of the way. I'll hit the sidetrack because I just okay. My name is Mr. Mushroom. You're one and only male YouTuber on. Yeah, I haven't gone to bed yet. I like when I streamed last night. I woke up really. Like, I woke up around 10:30 at night, which I go to bed at like 3, 4, 5 p.m. And I wake up at 10 to stream because it's not busy. And today I didn't go to bed yet, so I've been up for more than 24 hours. So I'm gonna hit the sack jack. But I wanted to stream just a little bit every day, you know, no matter how much I feel, because it'll pass over. But yeah. Thank you for joining me, your one and only male VTuber, Mr. Mushroom, on his way to the motherfucking top. This was definitely an interesting stream today. Yeah, we'll see you next time, tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully my Wi-Fi decides to be better. My Wi-Fi is always shit, but yep, we'll see you again. Probably normal time, 11 p.m. like always. But yeah, we'll definitely try to. Yeah, I fucked up. I couldn't go to sleep. A lot of things racing through my mind. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you. Thank you for joining me. Your one and only male VTuber, Mr. Mushroom, on the way to the motherfucking top. We'll see you next time. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you later.